Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 10th episode of Hisone to Maso-tan. So, in the last episode, our characters, well, some of our characters kind of realized that they were in love with someone, which is a bit of a problem because D pilots are supposed to remain pure, innocent, maidens. They're not supposed to love anything but their D. And when they do, the D no longer accepts them. It just tries to eat them, tries to swallow them whole, tries to digest them. So yeah, that you can't really ride the D when you're in love like that. So they're kind of have a problem right now, and I for one am curious exactly how they're going to deal with it. So let's find out by watching it. 3, 2, 1, play. The stick. It's a little bit weird seeing him like this, I'll admit. Kind of wet. So who's gonna be the bean den? I mean, we kind of know who it's gonna be, right? I don't remember her name, but the girl that likes Okonogi and is not subtle about it. But I could see there being a twist where Hisone ends up being it. Because she's, in love and now you no longer be a regular D pilot, so she becomes that instead. I can kind of see that as a possibility, but probably not. I don't know. Actually, if I'm being honest, I'm about 50-50 on that. Man, she looks good in that uniform. And she especially stands out in a show full of girls that are not super attractive. I feel like that's a lot easier to say in Japanese than it is English. I know, right? You heard it here, folks. Love is an illness. Uh, she was. Yeah. Yeah. So we haven't really discussed what we're gonna do about this. Makes sense. Or at least believe in the me that believes in them. Uh, looks so silly when it pops out like that. But yeah, that's adequate landing, I guess. Oh, that was much better. Really? How can you tell he's smiling? Probably. Can't be that lonely, there's two of you. A lot less lonely than just one. Come on, Hisone, sweat out all that unnecessary love. uh, because you're human, I guess. Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah, you also have problems. There she is, the important Miko. Wow. Well, the idea here is to crush Hisone so she doesn't want to love ever again. So to that end, it makes sense, but you know what would be funny is if they crushed her love for men and then she just switched over to falling for now instead. That would be funny. And relevant to my interest, but I doubt it'd go that direction. Ah, you smell like impurity. Or taste, rather. uh, well, I don't think it's rare for them to not have an NTR fetish. If you like your D-pile, you don't want them to like someone else. That makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. You're a very simple, confused girl. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So where do you want to go? Machi. Oh, shots fired. I don't know, but it was funny either way. And you're not really a D-pilot. Yeah, because you both love Hisone. Little guy. Surprised to see now in a scene like this. I don't think she got it. Oh. Uh, well, this is awkward. Wow, this is the direction we're going. Yeah, this is the best method for... uh, well, I guess all we can do is hope this works. uh, well, their love's been crushed, so hopefully it works now. Yeah. If she couldn't tell what he was doing there, she's kind of an idiot. Apparently you can. You actually did a very good job at that. I couldn't have done better myself. Like, it was a very convincing performance. I guess I can't blame her too much for not picking up on it, but... Especially considering she was a lot more emotional in the scene than I was, obviously. So I really guess I shouldn't insult her for that, but... Well, now we'd have to do Hisone. There's nothing wrong with that. There you go. Uh, just stay being a pure maid and everything will work out. uh, yeah, sterilize yourself with all the alcohol. What could go wrong there? That takes care of her. Now there's just really Hisone to deal with. So, is Cnouki gonna do something similar? Sounds good to me. Lick each other all night, just feel free. uh, uh. Nothing wrong with being friends with benefits. I mean, if you're not up for it, you're not up for it, but, you know, nothing wrong with making the offer. Are you gonna give me a spoon with this? Yeah, you know, back a few centuries. You know, love takes many forms, you know, like the Dakimakura. Yes, that's why they're best. Can't really betray your OTF and then get angry when he doesn't want you to ride him anymore. Well, at least you're realizing your mistake. There we go. You know, this whole thing kind of reminds me of being like a nun or a sister, whatever you want to call it. I'm never quite ready for that. Every time it almost makes me jump. Please keep our restroom clean. In other words, don't pee all over the floor again. Yeah, but you... Gee, I wonder why. Cola. A while ago. Oh, so she was chosen, okay. Uh... that was a long time ago. Like, can I kiss the lower lips instead? Wow. Yeah, it's for a kiss, not for you to blow her. I mean, you're in public. Wow. Sure. Because you don't want to die. I still think that Binden is like a person that gets eaten by an OTF or like whatever that big thing is. Whatever they called it. I just feel hotter looking at that. But he can't fly right now, so obviously he's building up heat, so that's a problem. Oh, she's arrived. Okay. I love you, Hisone. They didn't actually kiss, but I guess she saw some of that. No, he just blew her instead. That's not what you think. Yeah, all I did was blow her. You're jumping to conclusions. uh, Natsume's mom taught you how to blow girls. Okay. Yeah. Uh, I find that fun. Natsume's mom taught him how to blow Natsume, sure. Yeah, Mitouch, that's the thing I was talking about. Of course, yeah. There she is. I guess really is a decent age gap between them. I don't want to, then she'll get all clingy with me later on in life. Uh, what do I do? It's crying. Do I throw it away? You know, I would imagine that knowing someone since they were a baby would make it hard to have romantic feelings for them. That's probably part of his hang-up. Love how she said that. There we go. She said it. Now, now the room is getting really hot. We heard you the first time, but I'm glad she's doubling down there. Instead of backing up. I'm not sure what she means by putting the pieces together. Is it not obvious? She's over her love now. The guy she liked said some mean stuff to her, so now her love is off like that. Like a switch. Okay. But that still leaves Hisone, who's, like, made no progress on that front. Well, not the progress they wanted to make, I should say. If anything, she's going in the reverse direction. He also has a fantastic blowing technique that I saw firsthand with another girl. But yeah, all jokes aside, he's a pretty cool guy. Like, I'd say the coolest guy in the show. But yeah, I really don't blame the OTS for not wanting, you know, the girls to ride them while in love with someone else. I mean, because would you want to be with a girl while she thinks of some other guy? Like, I mean, that can't be enjoyable. I mean, there's a reason why calling out the wrong name in bed is such a thing. Such a it's a bad thing. Ain't that the truth? Uh, forgot about that nickname, but I love that nickname. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm actually regret not bringing this up because I was gonna say this. That would be great if you could pound it at least a little bit just to dissipate some of the heat. Yeah, what she didn't get earlier was the fact that he was implying that he was gonna make a suit for her. That does not look stable at all, but it's fine, alright. Not everyone here is nice. They kind of want to crush these girls' hopes of ever being in a normal romantic relationship just to be better pilots, so I wouldn't call them all nice. Maybe most of them, but not all. Feel better now, Maso-tan? Are you still alive? It was very shaky up there. Yeah, that was the main thing. Oh, I wanted to make sweet love to her? Even now was blushing there. Oh, well, it's gonna be hard to answer that question now. And man, is she sweaty. I'll lick that off. Of course, I'm sweaty as well. I don't know. I don't know to talk. It's hot in here. Which one of these girls can fly me so I can dissipate my heat? Nice. Is this gonna be not the answer they're expecting? Wait, being a deep pilot? I figured. As soon as I got all excited for her answer, I figured it would not be what they wanted to hear, so... Yeah, I saw that coming. I mean, if you think about it, she really didn't decide this anyway. She was just kind of forced into being a deep pilot. But, you know, poor Maso-tan. He has been fully NTR'd now. But hey, maybe now it can eventually take over for good. Now just sitting like a delinquent. uh, just the ED is so soothing. I just love watching the dancing so much. Here we go. uh, the last episode they better have just a big dance party with all the girls. I'll be disappointed if they don't. And they better do those exact same moves as well. Yes. The Sky of So that was the 10th episode of Hisone to Maso-tan. And this episode was basically about dealing with our new problem of a couple of the girls going through anatomosis, which basically means they can't pilot their throw TF until that's taken care of. Otherwise, they'll just try to get eaten. It's a bit of a problem. So yeah, the higher-ups are obviously discussing exactly what they should do about this, and really it came down to we have to crush their love and make sure they'll never want to touch another man that's not their OTF again for as long as they live. So obviously a strategy like this requires the cooperation of their love interests. So Eru, the guy that she likes, decided to play ball with this, and yeah, he talked to her, basically acted like he didn't care about her at all, really, beyond just being, you know, a friend with benefits, essentially, and he just likes her body and just wants to tap that, you know that kind of stuff. And she didn't appreciate any of that, so yeah, she took that hook, line, and sinker, and now, you know, like, doesn't want anything to do with him now, basically, and is now able to now pilot her OTF well enough. I mean, it's still a little bit shaky as well, but she's, you know, I'm sure she's gonna get back to how she was perfectly soon enough. I'm sure there's like still a little bit of lingering stuff, but anyway, it'll go eventually. It's so hot in here, just I'm sweating as much as some of these characters do. Like, I definitely know what Maso-tan feels like. But yeah, Maso-tan obviously is having a heat dissipation issue because the OTFs dissipate heat by being like flying. So if his D pilot can't fly him, then he can't do it. So, you know, that's why he was looking so miserable in that pool, because, you know, as the heat builds up more and more, it gets to the point where the pool can't do anything, kind of like how a swamp cooler can't do much past a certain temperature. It's a little bit like that. So basically the idea to get Now, who is technically a D pilot, you know, in the loosest sense of the word. So they had her fly Maso-tan like just enough to dissipate heat, like not to be a replacement for Hisone or anything, but just to help a little bit. And she did. We also had a little bit of stuff with Now, just in general, kind of getting some into her character, about what kind of thoughts she's been having lately, about her mom, about being a D pilot, pretty much all that stuff. So it was really cool to get into some of that. We got some stuff between Okanogi and Natsume, I guess her name is. Pretty much got some flashbacks, and well, apparently, according to her, they made some kind of kissing promise back in 5th grade or whatever. But he doesn't seem to want to do that, so he just, you know, blew her instead. And apparently that's a trick that Natsume's mother taught him back when she was still a baby, and he blew her then. So that was interesting to find out. But yeah, you had Hisone that misinterpreted that, thought that they kissed. They didn't kiss. Okanogi explained that to her calmly. And yeah, it's at the end of the episode, she still likes Okanogi. He didn't do anything to like make her hate him, like what happened with Eru. So that's still a thing. And we can kind of see our two characters kind of diverging, and as far as methods about dealing with this anal Tamosis stuff. Basically, Eru, she now dislikes the guy that she likes to be able to pilot it. And meanwhile, you have Hisone, who decided, you know what, I value my love more than the OTF, being a D pilot, so I'll quit all that stuff and just, you know, marry Okanogi, I guess. She didn't say all of that, but that's kind of essentially what she said there. So basically, two methods of essentially dealing with the problem. I mean, they both work. It really depends on how much you value being in the Air Force, being a D pilot, and she doesn't value that very much at all. I mean, we've kind of already known that since the beginning, really. She didn't even want to be a D pilot initially. I don't even really remember what tipped her over into deciding to do it, but yeah, apparently it's not that important to her. In any case, that was the episode. I'm interested. I can't wait to see how everyone deals with what Hisone just said there, because I doubt many people are going to take that very well. Like Now, for instance, who is going to be very lonely if and when Hisone leaves. So yeah, I look forward to seeing the reactions. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.